To the Jiggy Jaguar radio show on the network.
Welcome back to the big broadcast. We are live coast to coast, border to border on iHeartRadio today. AMFM247.com, and of course, over 200 radio stations across the country and around the world. And we have got a great guest with us today. She is going to be part of a gigantic show at the Red Shed coming up this weekend. Hurricane Ruth joins us live here on our big broadcast via the telephone. Welcome to the program. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on your show, and I'm beyond stoked to be able to be blowing down the stage there at the Red Shed coming up this Saturday. It's going to be a great show. Great show. Can't wait.
So tell me a little bit about how you got the nickname Hurricane Ruth, because that is the coolest frickin' name that I've ever heard from a blues artist.
Well, it wasn't, I didn't think of it. In fact, when it was put to me that I should call myself that, I was kind of like, man, that's kind of, why would I want to make up have a nickname? That's kind of presumptuous of me to have a nickname like that. And I had a good friend of mine. I was starting to jam a little bit, coming out of college around my hometown of Springfield, or around Springfield, Illinois, where I was going to school. And she was like, you know what, man, I just can't believe that, this little voice, this big voice is coming out of such a little person. You should name yourself Hurricane Ruth. And I was like, I don't know. And then it was like, well, okay. And then I was support for the great Willie Dixon. And Willie, after the first night of support for him, kind of chuckled and said, oh, Hurricane Ruth, huh? And he said, that name really fits you, gal. Don't ever get rid of that name. It'll serve you good for years to come. So, hey, if it was good enough for Willie Dixon, it's good enough for me.
That's awesome. Hurricane Ruth is going to be part of the Red Shed Music Series coming up this Saturday, the 14th. 8 p.m. is the kickoff for this big show. Tickets are $20 via Eventbrite, and it's at the Red Shed Music Venue here in the great Salt City of Hutchinson, Kansas. Hurricane Ruth kicks off the brand new year. So tell me a little bit about old school blues, because a lot of people are identifying you as an old school blues artist. Talk to me a little bit about this, Hurricane Ruth.
Well, I am kind of an old school blues artist, but I cut my teeth on a lot of different genres. My mom and dad owned a hotel and a tavern in my hometown of Beardstown, Illinois. It's a little river town, about an hour due west of the capital of Springfield, Illinois. It's not Chicago, Illinois, that's the capital. It's Springfield, Illinois. So I want to go on record as saying that, because you say, oh, the capital of Illinois, everybody goes, that's Chicago, right? No. But anyway, this little river town, my dad was a great drummer, and so they would have jam sessions like every Sunday. In the summertime, people would come up from the river, park their boats down at the dock, and walk up and have fish and beer and stuff at my mom and dad's tavern. And I'd hear blues, dirty blues, which is something that my mom really likes, John Lee Hooker style, things like that, jazz, big band, Dixieland, bluegrass, rockabilly, rock and roll, you name it. I heard just about everything there, but the genres that really resonated with me were the real bluesy kind of rock and blues kind of style, and so that's really, I pull from all different styles when I write my music. And you might hear some some swamp music, some Creedence Clearwater in my sets. You might hear some Willie Dixon, you might hear B.B. King, you might hear Etta James, all kind of genres. You might even hear, some Keep on Rockin' in the Free World or something like that. So all kinds of different genres is what I pull from.
That's awesome. It is Hurricane Ruth. She joins us this week here on our big program. She is going to be part of the Red Shed Music Series coming up this weekend. It is the 14th. Tickets available via Eventbrite, the Red Shed Music venue on Facebook, and, of course, the kickoff at 8 p.m. So we are going to play some Hurricane Ruth. Tell me a little bit about where we can find you online before we get into the music here.
Yeah, you can find me online at hurricaneruth.com. It's real easy. You can find me on iTunes, all different places out there. So Spotify, but you can hit anything. You can hit the website, iTunes, Spotify, and that's where you can find me.
Fantastic. So tell me a little bit about Hard Rockin' Woman.
Well, that came from my studio album that I did with the great Tom Hambridge as a producer and songwriter. And when we came in to do the writing, usually the first line of the song is driving 85 with my hair on fire, and that's usually how I drive. I drive fast. I like to rock hard. And he said, let's write a song called Hard Rockin' Woman, because that's kind of like your autobiography. So that's how it came about. And then we decided to put it on the live album, Hurricane Ruth, live at 3rd and Lindsley. And I don't know, it's just, if you're in your car, it's one of those things, or if you're at home, that's one of those things you just want to turn up. So that's how I feel about Hard Rockin' Woman.
That's awesome. Well, we're going to do this. We're going to put you on a brief hold here on the telephone. We are going to play Hard Rockin' Woman, and when we come back, we have got more with Hurricane Ruth. She is going to be part of the Red Shed Music Series this Saturday, 8 p.m. Check out the Red Shed Music venue on Facebook. Also, Eventbrite. Tickets start at $20. You're going to want to get them early because this show will inevitably sell out. Hurricane Ruth with us today. Hard Rockin' Woman coming up here on our big program. And before we get to this tune, what has been the reception on social media to your music?
It's been great. It really has. I mean, I play big festivals, theaters, small towns. I mean, it just seems I'm really lucky. Maybe it's from where I was born and raised. I'm a small town girl. I've been out in the world. I've been kicking it around on the road and stuff, meeting all kinds of people. But I think my music kind of resonates with folks. I'm not too over the top, but I think a lot of my lyrics and a lot of the songs that I write are singable, and you kind of feel it. Some of it hits you, and you go, yeah, man, I know what she's talking about because I've been there. So actually, I've been getting some really good responses to it, and I like to go out and meet new people and make a lot of new friends. That's the most important thing to me. It's not winning awards. It's just getting out with the people and hanging out and doing music and having some cold beers and having fun.
That's awesome. Well, we're going to do this. We're going to put you on a brief hold. We're going to play Hard Rockin' Woman, and it's right now here on our big program.
Couple 100 miles to go when I get
Hurricane Ruth, hard rockin' woman. Hurricane Ruth is going to be part of the Red Shed Music Series coming up this weekend at the Red Shed here in the great Salt City of Hutchinson, Kansas, Saturday at 8 p.m. the 14th. Tickets are available on Eventbrite, also available on the Red Shed's Facebook page as well. Tickets start at $20. It is going to be a night of old school blues. Hurricane Ruth with us today. So, Hurricane Ruth, you've played in the state of Kansas before. Talk to me about the reception you get from Kansas blues fans.
Oh, I get great reception from Kansas. I mean, Kansas City, Topeka. This is my first time playing the Red Shed, but everything that I've heard about this venue and the people that go there, they love to party, they love to dance, and I just can't say enough. I'm live in the Midwest right now, born and raised in the Midwest. I live a little bit just outside of St. Louis, Missouri, so it's not that far coming your way to come and see you. So Kansas is, I get a great reception there. I really do believe that. So I'm pretty sure that anybody that comes and sees the show may want to come back and see it again if I'm lucky enough to come back to Hutchinson. So.
That's awesome. That's awesome. It is Hurricane Ruth. Joins us today here on our big program. So what are some of your goals for this year as far as your music and everything else?
Well, obviously, I'd like to get back in the studio at some point. My live album was something that I got to check off my bucket list. I've got some great players on that album. The great Scott Holt is on that album. Right now, Scott's out touring with Foghat as the lead vocalist and the lead guitarist. We've got Tom Hambridge on drums. He produced it. Nick Nguyen, that plays with the great Jimmy Hall of Wet Willie fame. Louis Stevens, that's out touring right now with Mike Zito and Albert Castilla and the Blood Brothers tour, and Calvin Johnson's laying down the bottom end there on bass guitar. And then Jimmy Hall, of course, is a guest vocalist and a guest harmonica player on the album. So that was released March 18th of this year, of last year, 2022. So I'd like to get into the studio and put down another studio album. My last studio album was done with the late great Ben Elliott out in New Jersey. That was released July of 2020, and unfortunately we had lost Ben Good Friday of 2020. So that was my last studio album in 2020. And also I'd like to get to Europe, and do some touring over in Germany, the Netherlands, the UK, and France. So those are lofty goals, but got to aim high. So that's what I'd like to see happen for me in 2023, and obviously to be able to get out and tour and meet all the great people that are here in the United States too.
We have got a fantastic guest with us today. Joins us live here on our big program, the fantastic Hurricane Ruth with us today. She joins us live here on our big broadcast. So before we let you go, how do people get in touch with you online, buy your music, and everything else?
Well, they can get in touch with me on my website, hurricaneruth.com. I'm also on Instagram, Twitter, and the Hurricane Ruth Facebook page. So you can get a hold of me all of those ways, and but the best way to get a hold of me is to come and see me live, because I really think face to face and talking to folks is the best way to make friends. So I believe in that wholeheartedly, and the guys that I'm bringing with me in the band, we are ready to rock the house. We are ready to lift your spirits and to party with you on a Saturday night in Hutchinson at the Red Shed. So Come on, people. Come see me. It's going to be a good time.
Fantastic. It is Hurricane Ruth. She joins us today here on our big broadcast. Hurricane Ruth, thanks for joining us, and we will definitely see you Saturday at the Red Shed, the 14th, 8 p.m. Tickets available, the Red Shed Music Venue. Also, Eventbrite. Tickets are $20. Go get them. Hurricane Ruth, we will see you Saturday. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful week. Thank you, my friend.
You too. Thank y'all. It's been a pleasure talking with you, and it's been a pleasure having you play my music out there to all the great people that listen in to you.
Definitely. Hurricane Ruth, have yourself a wonderful day, my friend. There she goes. We got more coming up.